Now, for Poland, Ukraine's neighbour, there is a very real fear that Russia might attack them. And in response, defence spending has just been dramatically ramped up. Now, the country's president, Andrzej Duda, has told the BBC he wants US nuclear weapons on Polish territory as a deterrent. He sat down with our international editor, Jeremy Byrne, in the presidential palace in Warsaw.
Poland is a country where memories of the past, wars, invasion, occupation, shape the way they see the present. Poland's president, Andrzej Duda, greeting the Mongolian president in Warsaw, is also commander-in-chief of their rapidly expanding armed forces.
Mr. President.
He sees Putin's Russia as every bit as dangerous as the former Soviet Union, Poland's overlord for 40 years after the Second World War.
Can we talk a bit about Poland's security? You've said that you would like the United States to move nuclear weapons, to keep them, to station them here in Poland. How does that make you more secure?
Mówimy o tym od bardzo dawno.
We have been talking about this for a very long time. This is not new information. And it has been the subject of talks with successive US administrations. This is nothing new.
Oczywiście, że
generalnie they've always said no.
Było pytanie zadane mi przez dziennikarza.
Of course, there was a question from a journalist asking whether we are interested in the French nuclear umbrella, in line with President Emmanuel Macron's statements. I said that, of course, because any nuclear protection would be valuable to us, just like American nuclear sharing. We have been advocating for nuclear sharing for many years. So far, no decision has been made on this matter, but I am very clear that, from my point of view, Poland's position on this remains unchanged.
Mówię, że z mojego punktu widzenia stanowisko polskie jest tutaj niezmienne.
But I'm interested in why you think that actually having the physical presence of American nuclear weapons on your soil makes you any safer. Wouldn't the Russians see that as a big provocation?
My uważamy.
First of all, we believe this is a matter of security. This weapon is not an offensive weapon, it is a defensive one. I want to emphasize once again that this is a weapon designed primarily to defend against a nuclear attack.
Nuklearnym, to po pierwsze.
Secondly, it is Russia, without asking anyone's opinion, that has relocated its nuclear weapons to Belarus. This is no secret. Even Putin openly talked about it in a televised interview. So far, it is Russia that is employing an offensive strategy. And let me stress that Russia is the aggressor. Russia attacked Ukraine without any reason and without any provocation whatsoever. That's why I say this. NATO should implement a defensive strategy. A defensive strategy means responding to Russia's actions, and I believe such a response is necessary. The response should be the relocation of nuclear weapons to NATO member states. We, as Poland, are ready to host these nuclear weapons.
My jesteśmy gotowi jako Polska tę broń nuklearną przyjąć.
There are American nuclear weapons in Germany. There's Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty, to which you're a signatory, which is the mutual defense clause in that. Why does physically having American weapons here make you any safer? Because you're protected anyway, aren't you, by Article 5?
Dlatego, że każda strategiczna
Every piece of strategic US and NATO infrastructure on our soil strengthens the United States and NATO's commitment to defending this territory.
Sojuszu Północnoatlantyckiego do obrony tego terytorium.
But do you think that Trump actually would honor Article 5?
Artykuł 5 jest.
Article 5 is the foundation of NATO's existence. If there ever came a time when Article 5 was not upheld, then the very existence of the alliance in its current form would be meaningless.
Żadnego sensu.
Don't you think, though, it's been very damaging the way that Article 5 has been brought into question by some of the things that Donald Trump and his senior advisors have been saying about their commitment to Europe? People are doubting it now.
Prezydent Trump mówi, dlaczego amerykański podatnik.
Trump argues, why should the American taxpayer fund the defense of these countries when they are not even investing in their own security? There is some logic to this argument. However, I think it's primarily a negotiating tactic. Trump is bargaining, making his position clear, and in a way issuing a warning.
The tomb of Poland's unknown soldier is never left unguarded. Poland carries the scars of generations of trouble with Russia. They're not certain that their European allies understand the Polish point, that they need to spend big on defense now.
Jeremy Byrne reporting.